It's been a night of wild weather in parts of the southeast of the nation, with thousands without power in New South Wales, while strong wind gusts and bursts of heavy rain hit Melbourne. Max Tillman is in Sydney and Steph Ferrier is in Melbourne. Max, let's go to you first. What did we see across the state yesterday?
Well, there was a point yesterday afternoon where there were tens of thousands of people across a broad part of New South Wales who were left without power. Here in Sydney, there were around 11,000 customers who had the lights switched off, really after that enormous storm front made its way across the city. It struck at about 5:30 p.m. It brought with it wind gusts of up to 80 kilometres an hour, as well as an enormous amount of rain. In fact, Campbelltown in Sydney's southwest saw around 39 mils, and in fact in the first 2 hours of that storm front there were more than 250 calls for help to Fire and Rescue New South Wales. Now, west of the ranges in Dubbo in the central west of the state, we saw wind gusts of up to 115 kilometres an hour. In fact, they were strong enough to partially collapse a crane in the Dubbo CBD. At one point there were around 15,000 customers in the central west who were without power, although we do understand that slowly yet surely a lot of those customers are coming back online. Although it is unfortunately bad news, particularly for coastal parts of New South Wales. That coastal low that is seeing a lot of polar air from Antarctica meeting with these March relatively warmer conditions, causing that coastal low to build and intensify throughout the day. We're seeing hazardous surf warnings as well as warnings for strong winds all the way from the south coast up to Sydney as well. Although the good news is we are expecting to see that coastal low slowly lose power on this afternoon as well as into Saturday as well. So certainly some intense conditions throughout the day, but we should see them ease over the weekend.
Okay, well that's some good news. Steph, let's go to you now because it was pretty wild in Melbourne last night as well. Can you take us through what happened?
Good morning, Emma. Yes, it certainly was. I could hear and feel the house shake when we had some of those thunderclaps that moved through last night, and there were also some really intense bursts of rain as well. And the wind, well, we had wind gusts of 109 kilometres an hour just off the coast in Mornington Peninsula, and also 94 kilometres per hour at St Kilda Beach. And I can tell you down here at Frankston at the moment, it is blowing once again. We've got nearly 5,000 people now without power. There were 200 calls for assistance to the SES. 100 of those were for trees down. And today we've once again got those severe weather warnings for incredibly strong winds, including gusts of up to 90 kilometres an hour in parts of the central areas. That includes Melbourne and Geelong, as well as 100 kilometres per hour in East Gippsland. And we're also potentially going to see some flash flooding there as well, with some bursts of rain predicting up to 80 millimetres in 6-hour periods. So quite a lot of really strong weather on the way. We've also got blizzard conditions up in the Alps above 1,600 metres, and some initial flood watches as well for some of those catchments in the north, due to the fact that we've got that real surge that's come from New South Wales as well.